Well, 5:16 on a Monday evening, and definitely feeling like summer out there.
Yes, it is, and it's dry to start the week. We've got some changes tomorrow, but by the time we get to the holiday weekend, things are looking pretty good. So we could end that streak now, 18 weekends in a row with some measurable precip. And if we're going to end it, why not do it over the holiday weekend?
Yeah,
So,
it's a good streak to end.
yes, indeed. More on that in just a moment. Focusing on tomorrow on the heat risk map, moderate impacts here from the combined heat and humidity. So nothing like we were dealing with last week when we had record levels of heat with the humidity that pushed heat index values over 110 degrees. Nothing like that for tomorrow, but it is a first alert weather day given the threat for some storms later in the day that could be strong, perhaps severe. So right now we have temperatures 85 to 90 inland, low 70s in Groton, mid 80s farther west along the shoreline, but feeling hotter, especially inland, up a couple degrees in the actual air temperature given dew point values right now in the 60s, but those values will be going into the 70s as soon as tomorrow. So there's our ICAM view from Torrington showing some scattered clouds, some patches of blue, and nice scene coming in from Old Saybrook. So really nice evening if you have plans to take it out and about and check a first alert live radar. You can see the sweep there coming from within the borders of our state, the only live radar in Connecticut. We are scanning dry, and we will do so for the rest of this evening. But later on tonight, we're going to be tracking storms right now moving through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, heading up in our direction. This is all in association with a warm front. So while it's a little bit muggy here, the really oppressive air is behind this boundary. You can see, say, across Pennsylvania, Cleveland, through the nation's capital, we've got dew point values into the mid-70s. Philadelphia, 77. So that muggier air briefly heading up in our direction. So those oppressive levels of humidity reach tomorrow, and then behind a cold front, we drop a bit as the week progresses. And there's the 4th of July. No oppressive humidity, I should say, for Friday. So as that warm front moves through tonight, we'll run that risk for some showers, some embedded thunderstorms coming while many of us are sleeping. Scott Hain will be tracking those as they're exiting early tomorrow morning as we go on the air at 4:30. And then tomorrow we'll see a blend of sun and clouds. And how much sunshine we see will really dictate how strong or severe the later round of storms could be. So they'll be developing in advance of this cold front that's going to be slowly moving in our direction later tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So in advance of that, again, we've got that general, the level 1 risk for severe weather here in Connecticut, that level 2, that shade of yellow, say New Jersey southwestward. That's where the greatest risk for those storms to be severe will be throughout the day tomorrow. We could also pick up on some meaningful rain, half an inch to an inch of rain, perhaps some locally higher amounts here within the borders of our state, especially if you get some thunderstorms that develop and move over the same area. So we have deficits now closing out the month of June statewide. Temps tomorrow, mid and upper 80s inland, low to mid 80s along the 95 corridor. Again, that's the air temperature when you factor in those dew point values heading into the 70s. Say even as soon as late morning through the middle of the afternoon, heat index values going into the low and mid 90s. Behind that cold front for Thursday, we're going to start off cloudy and then turn brighter and less humid as we head through the course of the afternoon. So rainfall totals as we head into Thursday, we're going to be watching as well for another round of rain to move through. The European model certainly a little bit more aggressive than the American model, but it is Thursday afternoon that we've got another chance for some showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder. But once we get past Thursday, Friday, Independence Day, 80 to 85, and then trending a little bit warmer, a little bit muggier over the 3-day weekend, but remaining dry. Chances for rain perhaps and some thunderstorms going up by Monday of next week. Shoreline highs, mid 80s for Friday into Saturday, upper 80s by Sunday.
All right, Mark, thank you very much.